Hi, today I'm going to tell you about a style of horseback riding that many people aren't really familiar with, and that style is called saddle seat. Now, when I tell people that I ride horses and they ask me, well, what type of style do you do? And I tell them saddle seat, it's kind of like a foreign language to them. They don't really understand what that is. So, since saddle seat horseback riding isn't a well-known sport, an easy way to become more familiarized with it is by explaining the history behind the riding, the different disciplines and gaits the horse is required to do, and the style of the equipment used for the riding. So I'm going to start off by telling you about the history behind the whole saddle seat riding. So the saddle seat riding disciplines were developed in the United States by the 18th century colonists. It was a tradition for American plantation owners from the South to ride their smooth-riding, high-stepping horses through the towns. The horses were also used by the plantation owners and overseers to travel across their fields and to also keep an eye on the slaves. The saddlebred is kind of like a treasure because it has that gorgeous look and its athletic ability, and it also has a really nice personal temperament according to the ASAW. So not only does the look of the saddlebred have a unique feature, but also there are 5 different gaits. They are able to form the 5 gaits, and then you're probably now wondering, well, what's a gait? Gait is a type of movement and speed of the horse, like a walk. You're probably kind of familiar with trotting and galloping, but in this style of riding, we don't gallop, we canter, which is a smoother version of a gallop. The 5-gaited horses, which we use in the saddle seat type of riding, is very unusual because it has the horse has the capacity to learn 2 more gaits. The 2 gaits are slow gait and rack. These 2 gaits are actually man-made gaits. Starting off with slow gait, it's kind of weird. It's when one foot hits the ground separately in a very controlled and collected fashion. The rack is very much similar to the slow gait, but it's faster and it looks more animated. And the rider sits for both of these. They don't do any posting like they would in a trot. And now for the horses to perform their full potential, they need a special design of attack. Like the saddle and bridle, they play a huge part in how the horse performs. So to start off with the bridle, they wear a full bridle, and for those of you who don't know, a bridle is what's on their face. It helps control the horse and to steer left to right and to stop. Now, the full bridle means you have 2 different reins. You have a top rein and you have a bottom rein. And also, when you're holding them, the 2 reins cross. And I can show you a picture of this. This is the style of bridle that we use. And I will also show you a picture of the American saddlebred horse wearing the bridle while Okay. So the bridle with the 2 reins crossing, the top rein is called the snaffle. That helps keep the horse's head up and balanced. And then the bottom rein is called the curb, and that's to help keep the nose tucked in and also balance the horse. Now, the saddle is a little different than the standard English saddle. I will show you a picture of this. This is the saddle seat saddle. It's a little different than the standard hunter jumper saddle. The saddle is a little flatter and it sits further back on the horse, so you don't get as much motion from the front end, more of the back end. And the saddle also has a little cutout front, as you can see, and that allows the head to, the saddlebred head is made to be high and collected, so the cutout helps the horse's head rise up. Now, I hope this speech helped to understand the different types of disciplines in the saddle seat riding, and thank you very much.